Hello, say up. How can we achieve our goals and objectives? What do people who have achieved their goals do differently? I will answer that question in this video. And as you know, some people think that they depend on luck. That is, they put themselves in a vulnerable, needy position in which some unpredictable element is necessary, some chance introduced by mysterious luck. In the previous episode, we learned a different way to look at luck. We can create our luck. Luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. And for you who want to do your best to achieve your goals, here is today's tip. Preparation allows us to identify and grab the opportunities ahead. Are you prepared? Have you begun to prepare yourself? It doesn't matter where you are right now, because your speed, your acceleration, and your direction will matter much more. Even if you're still crawling, if you have just a little bit of preparation, it will help you to have a genuine willingness to pay the price, to do what has to be done. That is the minimum required to get you to a good start. You will only reach the goal that is specific. If you don't set your goal clearly, what kind of result do you think you will have? By definition, the goal must be specific, so you can measure, you can understand how you are advancing, how you're progressing. That said, write down the different areas in your life in which you want to achieve goals. Perhaps it's a goal in your career, maybe it's something in your personal relationship, maybe something related to leisure, related to being in good shape, whatever. When you are making your notes, be sure to be specific and to clarify your goal exactly. So please don't write something like, I want to be happy, I want to find love, I want to make some money, because that is all very abstract and quite useless. It is important to be specific. In order to be specific, you will write down where your current state is, where you are today, and then you make a note where you want to get. Set yourself a realistic deadline for that. For example, right now I'm a manager and I want to be promoted to a commercial director by the end of this year. Or I weigh 75 kilos now and I want to get to 67, which is my ideal weight, in 6 months. Good. Now ask yourself, why haven't you achieved that goal yet? There are many reasons, and it is very important that you know yourself to find good answers. It is not your words, but your behavior that will show your true priorities. If you are unhappy with the area you chose, note that a big part of today's situation is a result of your choices in the past. It is a reflection of the amount of dedication, love, respect, attention, and priority that this area has received so far. And there is no need to judge yourself punitively, because it won't bring any useful result. Unfortunately, we see a lot of people who say that, I let myself go with the binging and now I'm obese, or I was too lazy, I didn't study enough, and then I failed this exam. So please, take it easy on the self-criticism. Note that while someone is not prioritizing something, well, they're doing something else. If you are not in good shape, maybe being dearly looking after someone loved in your family. Or if you didn't study enough, maybe you were working very hard to pay your bills. So everyone has the same number of hours in the day. Our behavior shows our choices and our priorities. The results we reap depend on those choices. In order to achieve your goals, it is necessary to prioritize. So now I leave you with a question for you to answer in your notebook. Do you really, genuinely want to prioritize these goals? And if so, what do you need to do the most? And what do you need to do the least? And here's a bonus tip. Devoting time is not all it takes to achieve challenging goals. Time by itself will not solve a problem on its own. There is no use spending hours and hours stuck in a task that we're not really into it, body and soul. We must be emotionally involved, give 100%. Setting goals is not enough. We must also set procedures to achieve the goals. In addition to high priority and involvement, I've got to increase the number of times I perform activities that allow me to reach that goal. I have to be conscientious. I need to create routines that always and inevitably will be held. As always, I like to keep the most important tip for the end of the video, and here it is. The big mistake people make when trying to accomplish their goal is to decide only the final destination. And why is that a mistake? Because they don't know the procedure to reach the goal. There has to be some route planning. Setting the final destination without specifying the route is a guaranteed way to get lost or give up before we reach the goal. Therefore, that specific goal of today I weighed 75 kilograms, I want within 6 months to get to 67, that is not specific enough, because I also need to define what exactly I will do every day over those 6 months. The focus then has to be on the actions we will take, or the ones we will not perform every day with consistency. The focus shouldn't be on the goal. The focus has to be on the process. And if you need to work on your focus, I strongly recommend that you visit the link arata.se/focus course. People who have reached their goals are those who show consistency on implementing processes. They have something like a laser beam focus. They are implacable and they don't feel lazy or they don't postpone. They perform the activity at whatever cost. And remember the question from the beginning of the video. What do people who achieve their goals do differently? Here it goes. People who have achieved challenging goals don't focus directly on the goal. They focus on the performance of actions that will naturally lead them to the goal. You can go now to arata.se/focus course to learn how you too can take control of your focus and achieve your goals.